for Riel and welcome to the Wednesday News Moto. Today we have something very different for you. The News Moto is taking to the skies for a drone episode above Siem Reap. This fantastic footage is brought to you by YouTube channel Cambo Life Adventures. Please check them out, there's a link in the description. For Riel is a monetised channel and we donate our YouTube income to charities in Cambodia. Here is the total we've donated so far. More detail is in the description of each video. Wherever you're watching from, thank you for being here and please remember to like, subscribe and tickle the thumbs up button. It really does help. The more people who watch, the more we earn and the more we can donate. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of September, and in this episode we'll look at the Angkor Pass and explore plans to build Cambodia's first subway. And we're not talking about a sandwich here. We will see how many kilos of drugs have been seized this week and we'll check in with the carnage on the streets of Phnom Penh. First up though, with tourists gearing up to visit different places following the pandemic, Tourism Malaysia has launched a campaign to attract Cambodians further east than Thailand. The campaign Let's Go Malaysia Travel Fair 2022 was launched in Phnom Penh this week. It included special sales and promotions to attract visitors to Malaysia. The campaign also aims to strengthen tourism cooperation between Malaysia and Cambodia. Great international travel links are one of the main reasons that we moved to Cambodia. A return flight to Kuala Lumpur will set you back around $100 US, which is amazing value and only a bit over 2 hours away. Once you get to KL, you have the entire AirAsia network at your disposal. Now to the free Angkor Pass for foreign residents of Cambodia who have been living in the kingdom for 2 years or longer. The pass will allow them free admission to the Angkor Archaeological Park and Ko Ker Temple for a full year. The move was primarily made in order to promote domestic tourism and to encourage long-term foreign residents of Cambodia to engage in more travel within the kingdom's borders. It was also done to thank Cambodia's law-abiding foreign residents for the work that they do, which over the years has been vital to the kingdom's development. Other categories of foreigners are also eligible for the pass without the 2-year residency requirement, and that includes diplomats, investors, officials working at certain international organisations or agencies, and technical experts working in ministries or for public institutions. Immediate family members of all of the above are also eligible. The Angkor Archaeological Park received 110,570 foreign tourists in the first 8 months of 2022. That's up 17.6 times compared to the same period last year, as you'd expect. $4.4 million in revenue has been generated from ticket sales so far this year. Angkor received 2.2 million international visitors in 2019, generating some $99 million in revenue from ticket sales. So still a long way to go to get back to what it was then. We do highly recommend everyone to visit before it gets too busy. Now let's talk about some new plans to try and ease the traffic congestion in the capital. Prime Minister Hun Sen has revealed plans to build a subway linking Phnom Penh to neighbouring Kandal province, supplanting previous ideas for a $2 billion SkyTrain. He said that the need for the subway is clear and it is a real possibility in Phnom Penh. Rather than going ahead with a SkyTrain, it would make more sense to build the subway instead. 2 new flyovers and 3 bridges to facilitate traffic between Phnom Penh and Kandal province are also being considered. Phnom Penh currently has over 500,000 cars and around 2 million motorbikes. No, Phnom Penh hasn't been hit by a blizzard. This is a massive 100-kilo drug bust. The anti-drug department has cooperated with the police to crack down on cross-border drug trafficking and arrested a Chinese national with 100 kilos of drugs in his possession. The arrest took place in Pranob district in Praia Sihanouk. Police seized 100 kilos of ketamine, a car and a mobile phone. A foreign national was shot dead and 3 suspects were arrested by police while conducting a drugs bust on a vehicle transporting drugs in Phnom Penh. The incident took place at 8:30 in the morning when the anti-drug department's specialised force were conducting an anti-drugs operation and had tried to stop a vehicle transporting drugs. To stop the vehicle, a pickup truck, police fired at the vehicle, killing 1 person. The man has been named as James, who's around 28 years old and a Thai national. 3 other people in the truck were injured and have been detained by police. Authorities seized more than 20 kilos of drugs at the scene, including narcotics and other drugs. Authorities are now conducting an investigation to trace the other suspects. Cockadoodle don't! Chicken gamblers busted. A group of gamblers had their avian-based amusement halted by authorities. After receiving complaints from the public, Provincial Police Commissioner of Kampong Cham Province assigned the Specialised Force of the Criminal Police Plan, in cooperation with the Specialised Force of the Police Inspectorate, to crack down on illegal gambling and gambling in Kampong Cham Province. The bird-mad men had been indulging in illegal cockfighting, but police soon ensured that the innocent chickens who fought for their cruel amusement would live another day. Police arrested 11 people at the scene. The driver demerit system is off to a good start, and it's almost 1 week old now since coming into effect on the 1st of September to strengthen the traffic law and decrease the number of traffic accidents on roads. Director of the Secretariat of the Ministry of Public Works and Transport said that the system is now operating nationwide, and police are stationed at many places across the country to catch offenders, especially in traffic accident hotspots. Drivers have 12 points, and for each traffic infringement, points are deducted until there are none left, and then the licence cannot be used. If a driver has lost all the points and wants them reinstated, the driver has to attend a short course to improve their knowledge of the traffic law. After the course, they cannot break the traffic law for 3 years. It'd be interesting to know how many points the next few people lost after their drunk driving mishaps. A foreign man, apparently very drunk, pulled a Fast and Furious and ended up crashing into a tuk-tuk and overturning it. Witnesses at the scene said that prior to the incident, an elderly man was seen driving a white tuk-tuk. Suddenly, a black Toyota Prius, driven by a foreign national suspected of being drunk, appeared driving in the opposite direction and crashed into the tuk-tuk, causing it to upend on its side. The owner of the tuk-tuk was seriously injured and taken to the emergency room. It was lose-lose for a truck driver yesterday after he smashed into a lamppost on Phnom Penh's Win-Win Boulevard. According to sources who saw this incident, a white Kia was driving at high speed along the highway. The driver lost control and smashed into a lamppost, causing severe damage to the vehicle and to public property. The dangers of drinking and driving were graphically illustrated in Phnom Penh once again. Witnesses say that an elderly man was seen driving a black Sangyon Rexton. He first hit a container truck parked on the side of the road in Rusikeo, causing minor damage, and then fell asleep. Very smart. Upon waking from his reverie, he then drove off and smashed into a road divider, causing major damage. Maybe not that smart. A drunk driver smashed into a Phnom Penh residence, causing shock and confusion to the residents. Sources say they saw a black luxury car travelling at high speeds, lose control and smash into the residence. Fortunately, no one was injured in the smash. The occupants of the car, a man and a woman, then fled the scene in a tuk-tuk, disappearing into the inky black Phnom Penh night. The next person takes the award for King of the Drunk Idiots. A drunken Range Rover driver had to be physically restrained by police when he lost his temper after being involved in a series of crashes that seriously injured 3 men early on Saturday morning. Witnesses say that the man, who was very visibly intoxicated, lost control of his vehicle at high speed and smashed into 2 motos and a tuk-tuk in front of a nightclub. 2 men were seriously injured in the crash, but wait, there is more. The drunk driver then tried to flee the scene but crashed into another car parked in front of a supermarket, seriously injuring another man. And there's still more. He then drove off again and smashed into a car in front of Phnom Penh Tamay Primary School along the Phnom Penh Hanoi Road, seriously damaging the car. I think we need some good news after that. 6 provinces, including Tabong Kamum, Kampong Cham, Takeo, Kampong Chenang, Kampot and Severiang will soon be declared mine-free thanks to the Project for Mine Action. A total of 42.5 square kilometres of contaminated land in the 6 provinces will be cleared in the first phase of the project, with an estimated cost of $5.7 million US. That's $5.7 million US to clear 42.5 square kilometres. It really is awful, isn't it? What is not awful, though, is the footage that we have had the pleasure of watching along with this news moto today. A huge thanks to Cambo Life Adventures for providing this awesome drone footage. I'm sure you'll agree it was fantastic to see Siem Reap from the sky. I'm sure you recognised many of the places as we went around. It brings us to the end of the news. You're up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.